what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar-har, fiddle-dee-dee. Being a pirate is a right to be. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You are a pirate.
Welcome back to part 3 and what will be the final part of our extended look at Banjo-Kazooie. We're in the beach world, whatever it is, the ocean world, where we have to basically help a pirate who was shipwrecked on the shore, find some gold to help get another Jiggy. Not really a whole lot of story within each level that we can follow. It's mostly just go to this different biome world, find all the Jiggy pieces, and move on with your life. We did pick up the 2 special moves that we can find in the area, among other things that you can collect. So that part at least is done. I have no idea how many Jiggies are in this particular world. Let's find out. There are 2 out of... Well, we have 2 out of 10, and then we haven't found either of the honeycomb pieces that can help upgrade our health. All right, let's get moving. It's saved here to try to make this jump. We got it. All right. Made that jump. I'm worried about restarting from a save. It already crashed in the last episode when we tried to do some stuff. So now I'm worried it's going to do that every time. Well, hopefully we make this jump on the first try. We got it. I have no idea where this is taking me. I made the jump. Alright, made that jump. So what did that lead me to? Oh, there we go. There's something over here. I just saw it. Alright, save. And make the jump! A Jiggy. There we go. Cool. That was worth it. Boy, Banjo and Kazooie look so happy. I think it's tied to your health meter. It's the game's way of telling you, hey, you need to be more careful because the next hit's going to kill you. They gave this level a nice little banger. I hadn't really been paying attention. It's got some juice to it. I like that. Let's go find some honeycomb pieces, hopefully, and not die. There we go. Look at that. Bing, bang, boom. All right, look a little bit better. A little bit better. Very happy. Wow, every single piece made them look a little bit happier. And a little bit happier. All right, so I guess that guy comes back. Whatever. Alright, so there... Whoa! Alright, camera, quit flaking. Jesus! Get hold of yourself. There we go. Oh my god, that jaw is gonna come unhinged, Kazooie. What are you doing? Alright, turn the camera back this way. You're just gonna tell me you take this and fly. Fly, you fools! There we go. Away! I don't know if you're supposed to land on that every single time or not, but I'm not. Help! Maybe I get to those things over there. No, it's this thing over here. And I am not going to make it because I wasn't aiming directly at it. Okay. Make it to the Jinja! Damn it. I have terrible aim. And by I mean the game is making it way too hard to grab those things. Stand by that assertion. I stand by it. Fly. There you go. Get this. Get that. Grab this. Oh, the pirate's sad. Yes, we'll go fight the giant hermit crab in a minute. God, hermit crabs are so weird looking. In terms of nature's weirdest animals. It's on the top of the list. Maybe not the very top, but it's near the top. It has to hide inside of other things that it doesn't produce with its own body. It just looks silly when you look at it in the face. Let's go! Alright, so I guess they are spaced enough that you can just hold it and make it in one jump. I wasn't sure that was the case. Yeah, I'm trying. Dude, calm it. Calm it down. Calm your tits. Oh, God. Okay. Turn and face that way. Made it. All right. I don't think I can make this, but we're gonna try. Make it! I made it. Cool. Sit on it. Oh, God, I hate this. I hate that they put them on the very corners. There we go. Treasure? Never find me now. So in other words, I should be able to see it from here, I'm guessing? It's over there, isn't it? Wait a minute. Gotcha. Now, Banjo is being attacked every damn time he touches the water by a shark. And maybe I'm just imagining things, but that... Yeah, the camera's not gonna let me look that close, I don't think. Damn it, camera. Just cooperate for 5 seconds. Come on. Do the thing! Quit pivoting away! Yeah, it's not gonna let me. It looks like he has a shark tooth around his neck. So maybe, you know, don't be a dick and, like, kill sharks and then the one in the water won't attack you, Banjo. Did you think about that? No, I bet you didn't. You just thought it looked cool. Oh, I'm being such a jerk to him. Can we break this? No, of course not. Yeah. I get the feeling there is something under the water here that you can get to the other side of the pirate ship with, but no, I guess not. Maybe down here. There's something in here. Ah! No, there isn't. Unless that's one. Oh, that's one right there. Let's do it. Let's go in this way. Maybe this will get you to the other side where all the other treasure is. Please. Please. What? That's it? I did it. God, I'm the best player alive. Get those notes. Sing, you son of a bitch! Get to the surface. Get somewhere. Alright, got the other gold for him. Anything else down here we needed? I don't see nothing. Air. Back down. Head for the... What is this called? Gun whale? Is that what they were? The openings on the sides of the ship? Or are they just called ports? It's funny, I read, I don't know, like 3 or 4 of the Aubrey Maturin books, which were the basis for the movie Master and Commander, Far Side of the World. And one of the things you have to do when you're reading those books is you have to learn nautical terms, because if you don't, they're going to use a bunch that you don't understand. So I learned what a bunch of things are on, like, sailing ships of the line, and I've already forgotten a good chunk of them. All right, let me grab the Jiggy, goofy bastard. Got it! I'm the best. Go. Whee! Alright, well, there's something over there that we gotta get to, so let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna grab a bunch of puzzle pieces here, and then we'll move on with our life. Because we do want to see at least one more world before we call it a series. Hey, there's a Jiggy piece. Or not a Jiggy, but a musical note over there. Oh, no, he didn't make it. Just gotta do it another way. I know what the sound of a concertina is. Is that a piccolo that you hear, or some other type of small flute whenever you hear, like, pirate ditties played on a small flute? What is that called? It's not a piccolo. Piccolos are even higher pitched than that. It's not a pan flute. Pan flutes are like a bunch of flutes all tied together. They didn't use those. Alright. I can't make that. It's too far. Can I? Can I? Let's get as far over as we can. Get it, you son of a bitch! Wait. Got it. Got it. Alright. Oh, we're getting somewhere. There's a Jiggy. I knew it. He's so proud of himself. Go! Alright, well, I don't know if this is really worth the effort to grab a couple of music notes, but let's do it anyway, because you have to have 180 to open the next door. Oh, that's interesting. I tried it on a whim, and it actually does work. If you still jump off of the pad while you're winding up the bigger jump, he can do it. Didn't help me get to where I was trying to go, but you can do it. Make it! Oh, damn. Bet I could do that if I use the pad. So, like, do it here. Yeah, like this. So, like, hop and hop. Look at that. That is how you do it. That's f***ing teamwork! You hear me, Kazooie? I'm serenading you. Alright, I don't know what else we can really find that we need to look at in this level. I feel like we looked at most of the obvious things. The hermit crab. We could do the hermit crab. I want to see if there's anything else near the top of the level. I mean, this is one of those very vertically inclined levels where you can keep going up and up and up and up and up and up. What's that? No, we already did that. Alright, so that ain't anything to worry about. How about this way? We already did most of this, I think. Yeah, there's nothing here that we did. They give you a lot of feather time. I would have thought it would have been like 1 feather per second of flight that you get. And it looks like you can fly basically as long as you want. Can we climb up the mountain? No, we can't. Alright, so what else have we not tried yet? We haven't fought the hermit crab. That's really all I'm seeing. Uh-oh. Get bombed. Yeah, I was actually fairly close. Look at that. Did this lead to anything important? Just the spot where the hermit crab was. All right, we'll do this. Pause. And do this. All right. Unpause. And let's go! I didn't need to leap to do all this! But he really doesn't like landing. I do all the work, and Kazooie, or Banjo does all the work, and Kazooie just runs her mouth. That's what I'm gathering about the gameplay. Okay, wow. That didn't do it. I didn't do it either. Okay, health. Health. Is this a fly over top of him and then land a big hit on top type situation? I bet that's it. Oh, come on. You were in the right mindset there. There you go. Well, let's do that. Let's jump up here. Fly over top. And nice big target to land on when we do it. No, it's not doing anything. Oh, we got this. Unless you get on top and then stomp on them from here. That didn't do it. Alright, I have no idea. I don't know what to do. Or anything I can pick up, throw at him? No? Huh. Yeah, no idea. Oh, not like that, idiot. Is the exit for the level? It is. Alright. How many did we get? We got, what, 7? I got 6. I would have liked it more than that. What else can we do? Gotcha. Some health. Gotta have health. Did we ever do this? What was this again? I thought I had to lower the water level. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just touched them by swimming over them? Oh, no. Not like that. That ain't it. You have to lower the water level, and I have no idea how you do that. Yeah, not a clue. Gonna head on out. Unless you can stomp the pillars. Maybe that's what it is. As dumb as that is. No, because they're not high. Well? Well? Nope, that ain't it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. The bucket. I never did anything with the bucket. You wanted me to put a pebble in them or something? Where the hell is the bucket? Can I pick him up? Get up. Get up. Unbelievable. Where was the bucket? Right here? Yep. Alright. Pebble. I don't know where I'm getting a pebble from. If I could have picked up the bucket and thrown it somewhere, that would make sense, but I have no idea. Alright, well, we'll just leave it there, I guess. We want to see at least one more world before we end the series. Wait a minute. I saw health back there, and I also saw something underneath the dock I want to go pick up. There's another Mumbo token. Oh no, it's a Jinjo, which I hadn't really found a ton of at this point. Of course. Oh, God, the camera sucks. Yeah, okay, got it. Thank you. I pressed B, you goofy bastard. Last try, and then we're done. We're done trying. Pick him up! Pick him up! Oh, God. Why would they put them under the frickin' water? Alright, well, whatever. How many notes did we pick up? We were short 15. Was there anything obvious we hadn't tried? I don't think so. It's alright. I'm not going to finish the game, so it's not like it's critical that we get everything. Out! Definitely not getting all 90 or all 100 of the notes, though. I can open the door for 180. That's the important part. Get out of here. Give me some health. Came out of that side of the thing, right? So we want to try to go up. Hello. Can I get in the barrel? I don't think so. The game finally realized what I realized, which is that they seem to be straining to come up with rhymes. Oh crap, how do I get back up? I came from up above, but I don't know how to get up there again. Is there a way to do it that way? No. I can't climb the wall. There was no launch pad or teleporter that I had found, unless I could pause and use them. No? I have no idea how to do that. Oh crap, what do I do? Can I get on top of the ship this way? I sure can. What is that gonna do for me, though? Oh-hoo! It's feathers. There's a cannon. I'm at a loss. Now we're at a real problem point where I don't know how to get back to another level that we can actually do anything in. Unless I could jump in the... Maybe that's what it is. There was a pot back here. Maybe I could jump in the pot and go back to the previous pot. Just a guess. See, it's funny, when you get underwater, sometimes they do put the camera behind you and it's a little bit more manageable, but most of the time, they don't let you do that. Oh, I thought there was a pot back here. Please tell me there's a pot back here. Yes, there wasn't. Damn it. That's not a painting or picture that you can finish. Oh boy. I don't know what I gotta do to get out of this. Is there a path under here? No. Can't ride up the waterfall, right? No. And I can't climb this. Can I make this jump? There's no way. It's too high. So what the hell am I doing to get back? Am I just screwed? It can't be that stupid. It can't be that you get down here and then you have to do all 10 Jiggies in that one level to get out. It's gotta be like, hey, you could jump in the cannon and the cannon will fire you. Except you can't. So what the hell am I supposed to do? I just stay here forever? I jump in this barrel? No. Alright, I am at a loss. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I see this goofy lady. And shoot an egg at it, and maybe that'll do it. It's not over there. Alright, I don't know what the f I'm supposed to do now. Well, here's what we could do. I'll save, and then I'm gonna save and quit and see what happens. Watch the game not save. Yes. Well, that is certainly a glow-up. Well, at least there was a reason to end the game prematurely. Okay, now I need to reload and let me explore the castle in other areas, or dungeon, or whatever. Let's play that game. Now take me to a part of the dungeon that I can actually do anything in. There we go. And they strip me of all my extra lives. Awesome. Why did I even need extra lives? Like, what purpose do they serve? This isn't the kind of game where if you lose, they're gonna delete the file and you have to start all over. Alright, we already did that, so there's nothing there. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is. I don't need the health. I already opened the door. Keep moving. Already unlocked that. There was a door that we needed to do. Was it this one? No, but there are pieces we can put in here. I don't know. Do the thing. Get on the pad. Z. Okay, well, there. Problem solved. Hooray! I opened a door in a place I don't know where it is. Sure, it's this way. I don't care what you're saying. The game should have a part where if you interrupt her when she's saying something, she like says, well, that was rude, and then forces you to listen again. Did I go up here the first time? I don't think I did. In fact, I think this is where the dungeon was that was just unlocked, but I can't get up to that. Can I? Absolutely not. Alright, so I don't know what the hell I can do here. I don't even think I can get out. Oh, wait, there we go. That would be too easy, right? I make that. I have a feeling the vent will eventually be unlocked to release air of some kind. Alright, can't do anything here. Moving on. Where was the level I was supposed to unlock? Jerk. There's the door. You doofus. Oh! So they made it so that you can literally do this with just 80 of the puzzle pieces, or the musical notes rather, from each area to advance. You don't have to find every single one. That's probably a smart call because it does feel like kind of just a time waste. I'm gonna get all of them. God, I really want to finish one more area, or at least start one more area. The game's just not making it easy enough to do. Oh, yum. Okay. Well, I got over here, but I can't do any damn thing, so... Maybe go back into the pipe. Not the high one, but the low one. And that'll lead to the level. So, not... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. This pipe here. Yes. There we go. Here somewhere. Damn it. Open. Hey, this thing. Lucky you! I'm an invulnerability feather. Bottles will tell you more. Okay. That didn't unlock the world that I thought I was doing. Alright, so where the hell was the world that I was supposed to go to next? Why did they make this so difficult? This is not the fun part of the game. The fun part of the game is everything except for this. It's the actual worlds you go into to explore and find items. This just feels like a big waste of my time. I go up this wall, ledge thing. I didn't. Alright, go up. Another goddamn path. Great. I'm never gonna find the damn level. That'll lead to somewhere I'm not supposed to be able to do anything in yet. Why do I keep trying that? This is how you gotta do it, every time. And of course the camera is absolutely not moving. Oh, another invulnerability feather. It's gonna hurt. It sure is. Oh, not making that jump. Alright, well. Take your lumps. Get over here. Well, this is absolutely not where we were supposed to go. Look, I don't care which one we do. The swamp one or the underground world, or whatever it is, or the snow one. Just let me get to one of them. And why are they so hard to find? Like, that should be right next to the door. That right there should be next to the door. You should not have to go halfway across the map to find the puzzle entrance that you just opened. That's just stupid design. Called it. There's a boot thing up there. Oh! Get up there. Of course. This is probably the only way to make it safely through this sludge here. So why not? And I'm gonna die trying to get over to the other side where it's safe. And died. I hate to say it, I had a score in mind for the game, and it's going to go down a point right now because they made it way too hard to find the individual levels. The fun part of the game. They made it too hard to find the fun. This isn't fun. Finding this room to open a door in some other part of the castle that I've never been to is not fun. Especially if the game doesn't actually tell you where you gotta go to find it. This is probably going to run long because I really did want to see a third area before we wrapped the extended look, and boy, are they making that damn near impossible. This has got to lead to one of them. Please let me go to one. I don't care what you have to say, lady. I just don't care. Alright, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I really don't. Stop fighting me, camera. F*** off with that stupid can't break that open. Well, let's go back the other way. That led to nothing because the game won't just make it obvious where the next f***ing area is! Nothing. I see nothing. I see a fish. Oh, don't do that. And that's just a door that I can't open because I don't have enough notes. Because I have to go into a third world that they decided to hide from you. Why are you hiding the fun? The fun should be so goddamn easy to find. A blind kid could stumble into one of these rooms. I mean, am I taking crazy pills? Or did they literally make it so fucking hard to find the levels that you have to cheat to look them up? And it's not in here. Was it? Was it? No, because I couldn't do anything here. Is there something on the other side? Like a jump that I could reach? That's where I was supposed to go. So how do I get up there? Hold on. We're gonna cheat. I didn't think I was gonna have to do it for this game, but they literally just made it impossible to get over there with the current set of abilities I got. Unbelievable. Just a horrible failure on the developer's part. Alright, so supposedly there's a switch somewhere? Not that. Ugh. Of course, make the switch hard to find. Thanks, game. What the hell does that switch do? Make him harder to jump? not raise as that one. Alright, well, let's go back that way first and see what it leads to. How is she even talking to us? I mean, not to point out stupid... I don't care. I don't care. I'm not wasting time on that anymore. Ah, I missed. Like, how is she communicating anything to me and Kazooie, or Banjo and Kazooie? I don't know if I'm Banjo in this case. And we're not, like, right next to her. She doesn't have a walkie-talkie. Hey, we do get to see another level. Hooray! We'll give it like 15 minutes and then we'll have to wrap so that I can do final thoughts. Oh, Alright, that was pretty clever. So how do I get over that then? Do I have to crawl? Is there a crawl button? No, just wait. Alright. Alright. Go. I saw the Mumbo token! Is there something in there? Oh, or was that how I got in? Well, let's take a peek. Yeah, that's how I got in. That was dumb. Whatever. Turn the camera. Turn the damn camera. Stop fighting me, game. A Jinjo! Hooray! That thing. Alright, so that just leads more musical notes. Something down here, I guess. Oh, it's in the water. Alright. Where's a shark to come after me? Oh, I like this song. It's got some sass. Let's go up, get some air. I'm back down. Not worried about getting all the music notes, that's fine. Let's just try to get a Jiggy or two while we're in this level. Oh no. Am I allowed in, or are you gonna attack? Oh! Alright, well, we got some. Oh, great. Come on. I can't even jump on it. That figures. Is he gonna attack me if I get too close? I'll be honest, that may be the most original character they've put in the entire game. It's a giant metal shark that acts as a trash decomposer or compactor or whatever you want to call it. Garbage disposal. That's the word I was trying to find. They came up with one good idea out of all the characters that they've shown in this game that are just like random, generic animal characters. Hi, I'm an ape. I want oranges. Hi, I'm also an ape. I throw oranges. Ooh, exotic. They put mutants are we? Uh-oh, get out. Oh, God. Okay, get over top of him. What the hell are you doing, you goofy bitch? Can't make it on top. And the screen started fading out. Oh, there's another one. Gotcha. And another one. As soon as I figure out how to get up to the prize, that is. Can I jump here? But I can. Hey, yup! Got it. There we go. Hey, we got one of them. I don't know how many there are in this level. It's probably a full 10. Take me to the surface! Okay, I guess standing in the sunlight's not gonna do anything. It seemed like it should have. So what's this thing down here? Oh, no, stop it. Stop it! God, this game's swimming control sucks so bad. Feathers, which I don't need, because we're already at max. Get to the surface, I need air! Oh, there are branches under the water here that we can investigate. And a Jinjo. Air! Wait a minute, can I go inside of this guy? Is this a blowhole I can enter? No? Had to try. As I realize how lewd it sounds that I wanted to enter another creature's blowhole. Get over it. Alright, we gotta go in there. Air. I back down. Hey, I found a piece. Down, 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 down. Oh god, it's gonna be close. I gotta go swim. Swim! They did not give you a ton of air in this game. And the camera will not allow me to fix where I'm looking. Because of course not. Why would they ever do that? Get some oxygen! Oh yeah. Up there, maybe? Something's over this way. Can I get on the tail? I can. Will it do anything for me? I did. It did something for me. Stop! I thought I was going to see Mumbo way more than I actually do. You see him one time, basically, in the entire game, and then... Or at least up to this point. And then you never see him again. So disappointing. That should have been like every level you had a new transformation you saw. Nope, there was something up there. Wasn't sure. Oh! Jinjo? No. Extra life. And nothing else in here. Alright, I am officially out of ideas for what I can do. Let's go back underwater and try that pipe. Maybe that pipe has something. We even go through this pipe before? Well, there's music notes. We're not worried about picking up. Oh god, the controls suck so bad underwater. Just way too floaty and impossible to control. Not floaty, but like slidey. Not sure what the word is I'm looking for. Like you swim and it just doesn't want to stop moving after you hit it. There was nothing else back here. I don't think there was anything else in here that we could find. Maybe we gotta go back to the main area? Alright, you wanted fresh air. Or fresh water, I should say. Was there a way to do that in here? Wait, what's below you? I see something below you. Down. 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 It's a chain. Keep going down. Down. I can't see, camera. Please make... Oh, God! Camera sucks so bad in this frickin' underwater area of the game. And the game's starting to flake out. I'm not gonna get any air. Well, whatever this key thing was that I was turning. And I can't get to it in time. Oh, come on. It's just so floaty. You can't aim! There's no control over the camera here. You try to aim anything and he just spins too far. I'm dead. Of course I am. Where was the air? Where was the air? Oh, this sucks. Alright, this is a good stopping point, I think. So if you do die in the world, they just strip your notes. Is that what I'm getting? Yeah, of course. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? That's a terrible f***ing idea. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap up this extended look. I'll do a review score like we normally do on Noob's Collection. We got a good couple of episodes to get a taste of the experience, and I think I had good enough notes on what we had seen in the first two episodes. Maybe a few things we can add in the third one here, or from the third one here, to add to what I had already written up. Let's go ahead and do a round of the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is that the developers went for a very vivid storybook style of graphics presentation, and they succeeded. The color palette is bright and engaging. The characters all have large, eye-catching features. We saw that big hermit crab on the pirate beach. I mean, they couldn't have, given the limitations of the software on the N64, I don't know if they could have done a better job with it without having an isolated area that you load when you do that boss fight. Looked very unique and larger than life, and that was definitely something they wanted to go for here, and they succeeded. All the hallmarks of a product that was meant to appeal to a younger audience could be found here. I'm definitely not that audience, but I can appreciate the work that they put into the visuals. Large, colorful, bright. That's what you want when you're going for a younger audience. The game does a great job of spoon-feeding the controls to new players, with bottles unlocking new abilities every time that you speak to them. This was probably an early example of developers envisioning a future without the instruction manual, and thankfully putting critical move instructions into the game is how they kind of try to work around that. I also appreciate that they give you the option to skip the basics at the very beginning of the game. I assume if you do that, the moves that bottles would have taught you are unlocked, but I don't know because we actually went through all of them. There's a ton of variety to the gameplay, and that is perhaps the greatest strength of the game. Every level, it feels like I'm doing something different. In the very first area, you have to use your butt stomp that you learned in that area on the grass huts to uncover a Jiggy. You turn into a termite and scale sheer walls to the top of a termite hill. You follow the red arrows to a buried treasure chest. The uniqueness of each task keeps things from feeling stale, and I think that buoys the experience tremendously. The work that was put into the soundtrack absolutely deserves praise. While I wasn't blown away by any one particular track, the seamless blending of music area to area was very impressive, even 25 years after the game came out. Grant Kirkhope, if you aren't familiar with his name, also did work on the soundtracks for many other Rare games, including GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. So he's almost certainly written at least one earworm that you've been obsessed with at some point. I think everybody is a fan of the pause music from GoldenEye. It's just one of those Lifetime Achievement Award worthy types of tracks that everyone hears and like, oh god, this is such a good song. I really like that the collection of major items, like Jiggys in this game, doesn't automatically boot you back to the hub world, like it would in Super Mario 64. Unless the next mission requires a serious re-rack of character or environmental assets, that's not necessary. 3D platformers are all about exploring the world that they've built. Let players explore it without interruption. That is one of the biggest killers of momentum in a video game, is when you are going into a large, sprawling area, you pick up one item and the game boots you back to the hub world, so you have to start all over again. That is one of the major drawbacks, I think, of Mario 64. If I never mentioned it during our complete playthrough, I wish you could have just picked up the stars and continued in the game without having to start all over. The story has a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, fourth wall-breaking snark to it, which doesn't override the story altogether, but it clearly gives the game a hook for older players. I'm not sure if there's a name for it, but Pixar is known for doing this, where they add jokes for the parents that the kids won't understand. They kind of went that way with Banjo-Kazooie a little bit. I have a feeling this was part of a larger studio-wide attitude shift, given the string of bubbly, kid-friendly games that Nintendo had been giving them to work on for years. The end result of that, obviously, was Conker's Bad Fur Day, which was decidedly more crass and adult-oriented than Nintendo probably liked, even if they allowed Rare to release it on their console. As far as the bad, we have to say this right up front, even before I get to the notes that I had already written down. Why in the world did they think it was okay to make it so hard to find the individual worlds? The biggest mistake they made, the biggest, by a mile, you have one area in the game world where you put the puzzle pieces into the picture so that you can unlock the world. Oh, but the entrance is somewhere completely different. Go find it. Good luck. Who f***ing thought that was a good idea? That is a terrible idea. Never do that. If you want a player to earn the right to go into a game world, that's fine. Put the game world next to where they unlock it. Nintendo never would have done something that stupid. They would have had you open the door, you walk through the door, there's the world you just unlocked. Go into it. No. Here, you unlock it, and then you go halfway across the witch's cave system to a random area that has absolutely no pathing whatsoever to suggest that's where you're supposed to go, and then you can go into the dungeon if you figure it out. It took me forever to find the second and even the third ones that we did, because it's not obvious. They made a horrible decision on that, and it is costing the game a point. I had already figured out what score I was going to give the game, and it lost a point because of that. Terrible decision. Rare should never have done that. You can argue with that if you want in the comments. I'm sorry, but they did this wrong. Put the game world next to where you unlock it. Don't make players run across the map to another area to get to it. Terrible decision. All right, let me get to the notes I actually written. There is a very noticeable amount of delay between pressing a button and an action taking place. We talked about this on the channel before. I think this is a sign of developers being afraid to kill their darlings, so to speak, and not ending an animation fast enough for the desired action to take place when it needs to. Case in point, if I was trying to climb a slick hillside and had to flip to Kazooie to actually make it the run up the hill, the game wanted you to duck, wait a beat, then hit the C button to flip over. Why do I need to wait? I mean, you should just hit the button and thing happens. And the reason they did it is, well, they put so much work into the animation of Banjo ducking, they couldn't possibly let the player skip past it. Absolutely not. Capital N, capital O. If you're making a platformer and jumps require precise input, this should never happen. It's bad design, plain and simple. Mario never would have made this mistake. You hit the button, thing happens. There is no delay, there's no waiting for him to finish the animation. You want to jump, you flip, that's it. The amount of time it takes for him to go from standing to duck is like 2 frames. Boop, boop. Nope, here they have to show all the work they put into Banjo bending at the waist. I don't care. I don't care. The gameplay is what should matter here, not the animation. For some reason, the developers decided to pace the text bubbles with the presentation of various characters' barks and grumbles, leaving no opportunity for the player to stop the dialogue and read it at their own pace. This was something that I was struggling with in the first episode. Yes, I was inebriated. If I was 7 and the game was presenting a story and I didn't have someone sitting next to me reading the story, oh, you better believe I'd get lost. And the only way you're going to get to see that story bit is if they allow you to talk to the character again. Otherwise, it just blew over your head and you can't follow it. If you're making a game catered to kids, why would you ever make the text unstoppable? All that does is guarantee that slow readers won't have a clue what's going on or what to do next. I am not a terribly slow reader myself, but even I was struggling to keep up at times, and part of that is because I'm monitoring my recording software and evaluating the graphics and sound as they're presented for the final review. And there's always that entirely too dedicated part of my mind that's trying to find something to make fun of. All that aside, the text bubbles shouldn't be scrolling on their own. Have to read it, the player should be the one controlling the pace. Yes, I know Gruntilda talks to you while you're playing the game. Those don't really have anything to do with the story or learning controls. It's just her making a joke or comment, a flipping comment about whatever's happening in the game. Not important to notice that, but when Bottles is doing it, you better be able to fucking stop what he's saying and read it. Stupid choice. Swimming in this game sucks. Plain and simple. I know people aren't enamored with swimming in video games in general, but it is especially bad in this game. Camera cannot be controlled when you're underwater for some reason, except for sometimes when you can control it. And it makes aiming for and picking up items way too difficult. And Banjo's dog paddle is comically slow. If that was Rare's solution to the difficulty moving precisely underwater, they failed. They absolutely failed. Complain all you want about Super Mario 64 swimming. This game got it worse. They made it legitimately worse in this game. I don't love that music notes are reset whenever you leave a level, or in the case of what just happened, if your character dies. I'd rather the game just remembered what you'd already picked up so you don't have to go get every note in one pass, or have to do it all over again if you die, or load the area again. That is a time waster that players could have lived without. I don't think it would have taken so much memory in the game's RAM or whatever it is, it's keeping track of this stuff as you're playing, to just keep track of all the notes in every level. I don't know if there's 15 levels, 20 levels, whatever. You're talking 100 notes per level. In total, maybe 2,000 notes. And really all you're doing is you're just keeping track of a literal X, Y, Z coordinate item marker. Well, the marker at this thing is already collected. Just tick it off. There's no way they couldn't have found a way to make that work in the system. This was just their way of making the game longer. That's all there was to it. As far as the ugly, the prime story conceit is a bit too derivative of Snow White for my taste. It's literally an evil witch upset that a question-answering medium, in this case a pot, says that she isn't the cutest person in the land, so she tries to get rid of the person that is. That's Snow White, boiled down. Rare turned a story of a young boy running from pirates, seeking a substance that's basically upsidasium, into a story blending Snow White and maybe a tinge of Goldilocks. Did the writers think that people wouldn't notice they were cribbling all their stories from fairy tales, cartoons? Pretty obvious. There is no subtlety to it. Graphically, this is one of the better looking games on the N64, but the frame rate can absolutely chug at times. I think the reason for that is they didn't use fog to disguise loading assets. And, it was, especially on the N64, an either-or situation. We have seen games already that had a ton of fogging to the point where it was like you couldn't see more than 10 feet away from the character because there was a wall of fog that was constantly blocking what's beyond that. That makes it easier to load assets right when you need to see them on the screen, depending on how far out they wanted that to happen. The trade-off is, yes, it makes everywhere look like Silent Hill. This game decided to do away with that. They have the bright, detailed environments and enemies, and because they wanted them to have as much draw distance as possible, it means if there's too much on the screen or too much tightly packed together, it's going to slow down. So you have to either do that or you play basically Silent Hill, which ironically is why the game was foggy in the first place. They were disguising the loading assets in that particular game. It became a hallmark. People loved it aesthetically. And every game after that, you went into Silent Hill, and everywhere you walked, it was completely foggy. But initially, that's the whole point of it. It was just to hide the loading assets. Here, they decided to do away with it, and it means frame rate drops whenever there's too much going on the screen. I thought it was kind of crummy. It's in the ugly because they had to make a choice between those two, and this is the price you pay for being able to see as much as you can on screen without fog. I already put the pacing of text bubbles in the bad, but dialogue sequences have some other issues that I don't love, but they're not game-breakingly bad. The vocalizations are more annoying than they are cute. As much as I love hearing Banjo go, it honestly sounds like someone just recorded 8 to 10 grunts per character, and then set a randomizer to play 1 grunt per word or syllable, and there's just no flow to it. It ends up sounding clumsy and jumbled, not natural. The use of what I think is a slide whistle sound every single time a text bubble enters or exits the screen is also too much. You can do it at the beginning or end of a conversation and it might be cute, but 30 times before the end of one short conversation is aggressive. I don't really get why you're collecting jigsaw pieces in this game. It seems like they saw how Nintendo made players jump into a painting in Super Mario 64 and said, we need a level entry gimmick too. No, you really don't. You don't need that. Collecting keys would have worked just fine. I also really don't get the music notes, but it is a collectathon, so there is a little hand-wavy aspect to this. Stop thinking about it, just collect all the things. That's kind of what this gimmick has boiled down to over the years is we want people to search every level to find stuff. And sometimes there isn't really a good story explanation for the stuff, it's just there. I get the feeling that's what the music notes are. The jigsaw puzzle pieces, it's to open each level, but I don't know if that is a dramatic departure from what Super Mario 64 did, where you can just jump into a painting and it's like a non-permeable layer that you just jump through like it was water or paint or something like that. Having an extra life pool just feels like a relic of older platformers that should have been abandoned by now. The game is too big to reasonably beat in one sitting, so why do you need extra lives? If you lose all of them, does the game delete your save file? I doubt it. I also doubt that they strip you of Jiggys or lock levels, so what was the purpose that the extra lives served? Apparently the only thing that they did was they bump you back to the beginning of the area, and they strip you of all the notes that you found. But even then, the game saved how many I had picked up before I died. So if I left right now, I'd still have 32 notes to my grand total. What was the point of the extra lives? Let's get rid of that. You don't need it. It's not making the game harder. I'm not worried if I lose all my lives. Oh no, they'll push me back to the beginning of the level again. Okay. This is a sign of developers feeling like something that is functionally obsolete is too critical to get rid of from their platformer. It's a legacy feature. It's like points in a video game. Who cares about points? No one's calling their friends saying, hey, did you get 53,000 in this game? I did. Who cares? All right, let's go ahead and give the game a score. We do our score in Randars. I'm going to adjust the number here because I was very annoyed by the difficulty in finding levels. Collectathons don't really appeal to me, but I will give credit where credit is due. There's plenty of variety in the gameplay. The main characters gain new abilities and upgrades as the game progresses, which wasn't really a thing in platformers up to this point. Mario just gave you everything all at the start. And the graphics and audio are impressive for an N64 game. I'm giving Banjo a 7. It was 8. It dropped a point as a result of what we saw in this episode. 7 Randars. Input delay issues notwithstanding, I didn't find myself struggling to perform even basic moves during the game, and I have a feeling that if I had played longer, I would eventually get over my misgivings about some of those issues, but they bear mentioning. Yes, the input delay should not have been an issue here. I don't care about your animation. Let me do the thing. Rare wanted players chasing after 50 different collectibles, and 90% are functionally identical. They just help you earn another Jiggy. If they thought it would help defray accusations of identity theft from Mario 64, they were wrong. I haven't stopped mentioning Mario 64 because it is because Mario 64 that games like Banjo-Kazooie exist. If they thought, you're still just collecting Jiggys or stars to open the next level, they are basically tied at the hip. The moveset that Banjo-Kazooie possess and eventually unlock do result in a more capable player character than Mario, if still lacking in simple things like a ledge grab, and god, why didn't they put that in here, or decent swimming controls. But the characters are generic, and the story is derivative of fairy tale tropes. Not one story beat or character in the plot screamed original idea. It's all just a hot mix of Grimm's fairy tales. 7 Randars. I think this is a strong title to an extent. I do think it is hampered by a desire to hide levels. Stop doing that, Rare. I don't want to chase all over the game world trying to find the next fun part. Let me get to the fun parts fast. Keep the game flowing. And people aren't necessarily wrong in proclaiming it the successor to Super Mario 64, but I've had way more fun with Mario 64 than I did with this game. The platforming is the fun part, not the search for 50 keys to collect other keys. I don't care about that. Let me play through the levels to get the Jiggy pieces so that I can unlock the next level, and then let me get to the level without challenge. I don't want to jump through hoops to get to the next fun part. I'm not sure who thought that was a good idea. It cost them in the score because they decided, let's make the player run through 18 interconnected areas that have nothing going on in them to get to the next level. That's not fun. Not to mention, I didn't even bring this up in the rating because it pissed me off when that became the case. I had to save and quit to get back to somewhere where I could advance inside the dungeon, the hub dungeon that leads you to the different levels. I got trapped in the area where the second dungeon is. They had no escape in mind. You go down there and you're fucking stuck. You cannot leave. There wasn't a warp, there wasn't a ladder to climb, or a vine, or a set of steps. You were down there, and if you wanted to leave, you better save and quit, because you ain't getting out. Who thought that was a good idea? Fire them. You only had 16 people, not one of them looked at this part of the game and said, hey, how do we get out of this area? Oh, just save and quit. No. Let me climb out. terrible choice. I thought this game was worthy of a very high score, and that one horrible decision cost them. When you have a small team, things like this are going to happen. And I understand developers or publishers are always pushing a development team to get the game done. We want to get it out the work. Go, go, go. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Someone should have sat down and said, how do we get through these areas on foot without using a warp pipe or quitting? And if they got to any one part where there was no way out, they should have said, we can't release until we add a ladder or a set of stairs or a jump pad or something to get out. And for some reason, it didn't occur to anybody to stop, fix that part of the game. Oh, just save and quit, and then you can go back to the... No. Your solution to getting out of an area of any game should never be save and quit, so I can go back to the entrance. That's just a sign that you screwed up and you didn't... You wrote yourself into a corner, or designed yourself into a corner, couldn't be bothered to fix it, and said... Well, the player's going to quit anyway, so just tell them to quit when they get here. We're not going to let them get out. Screw it. They got to start the game over. Awful idea. Yeah, I like the game okay. Again, collectathon's not my thing. I would like to give this a higher score, but frankly, there's too many little things that piss me off about it. And I don't know if there were any parts of Mario 64 that pissed me off when I was playing them. I had fun basically throughout that entire playthrough. Even levels where it was like I was a little bit lost or was having a hard time figuring out what I needed to do. Eventually I got it. Here, just trying to get to the fun was frustrating. Get to the different worlds. Poke around inside them to find the jiggy pieces and the platforming challenges. But they wanted to make it a challenge to find that fun. They ruined their own experience by doing that. It's just very disappointing. All right, enough grumbling. 7 Randars. It's a good game. It's not Mario. Whoever thought it was a successor, they're wrong. Sorry, guys. It's just not. That's going to do it for our extended look at Banjo-Kazooie. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.